Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Keep playing hard.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
40's Mike. Exit.
They'll run on first down. Corbin, 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Thielen, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Hey, watch it.
Let's go, Mike.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
70, Indy. Ready?
On second down now, Corbin, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready up.
51, Mike, 51. Let's go, tackle, let's go.
Blue draw, Porter.
Safe.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Curry.
Go.
51, Mike. 51. Defense wins chip.
Go.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
On the get it.
On 3rd down, Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 41-yard attempt.
Tavecchio puts this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Danny.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Good starting field position for him as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Right 40, check, he's coming. Let's go.
Second and 5. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. The rookie. He was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
22.
Mike 5,
Alpha.
Mike 5, 4. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Shoot. Check. Fresno.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Hey.
They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the Lions first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 52. 54 is Mike.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I got you. I got you.
Hey, 54. Hey, exit.
Mike's by 4.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Stafford. He completes it to Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Right there.
Set. Go 20.
54 Mike. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Detroit.
Set. Blue 60. Hey, easy, easy. 50, 50.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Shut up.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Jones has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Yes, baby.
It's a gain of 8.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. Crunch. Crunch.
White.
Check. 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 Check.
Here's Stafford. Underneath here to Hill. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Set. 280. Check. 40 got. 40 got.
Hey. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Hey, box truck. Box truck.
Right there.
53. Ready.
54 Mike. Record. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the curl. Watch the hop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford.
Watch the quick.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Zebra! Hey, echo!
Watching the ball. Hey, defense, let's go. Kill.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Forced out to his left. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Kill.
Greystone travel.
Now they'll run on the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It's our time. It's our time. Rush in.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm across.
Hey, Haywood.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check. Lucky. Check 13.
General West. Hey, Zoo.
Check 43.
Defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Got it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 3rd down. Eason. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on. Because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Yeah, he'll find Hall.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Alert! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Go.
Hey, orbit.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But it'll be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Alert! Hey, 22. Bud.
That's a what? Watch the
Hey, easy. Easy, alert.
You got tight right there.
Throwing again. Stafford. A dump off now to Hill. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run with Muhammad. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wide. Get wide.
0.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. A gain of 6 there on first. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Mike 7.
Mike 5-4. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Man, I got you. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl. Check. Look at him.
To throw is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, 50.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, team. Here I come. Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get this.
From the gun, Stafford. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Topper!
Sponge! No! Check three.
Hey, Charlie! Now!
2nd and 3. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Come on,
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
51 to Mike. Yeah. Go, Mike.
Operating from the gun. Eason lets it fly for Thielen. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check hot. Bang.
Back to throw. Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The 43-yard line.
Set. Get a lady. Get a lady. Monday.
Boot, watch the boot. 54, Bravo. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Lady. Hey. 54.
Mike 5-4.
32.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Come on, baby.
From the 50, Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the Vikings 41-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground. It's Hill. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Set. 180.
Mike 57. Hey. Come on.
11.
57. Mike 57. I'm on. 57 to Mike. 57.
Go. Like middle.
Strip that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford caught by Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's it.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He'll get this one to Galladay. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it with Hill. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And the Lions first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here we go. Joker.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
20. That's easy.
Mike 5-4. Here we go.
From the 17, Stafford. And this is incomplete.
Stafford's pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 5 yards to go.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Mike, 57.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hurry.
57 to Mike. 57.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey.
From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now this throw caught left side. Stephon Diggs, touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. On first down, Stafford here. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, he's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, 22.
Check
Check 4. Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, echo.
Mike 5-4. Ricky.
Operating from the gun. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And taken right at the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Now that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey. You better be afraid of me.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
It's a party now. Yo, go.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. It's just me and you.
Smooth.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Oh, you got D? 40's Mike. I'm coming after you.
Hit it.
From the gun, Eason. It's complete to Diggs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Look at me. Zipper.
Reset.
Hey, orbit.
40's the Mike. Squeeze.
Protein spill.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go! 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Kill.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yo.
They'll keep it on the ground. Corbin. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball. 51 to Mike. 51.
Go.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Go. Mike 51. Mike 50.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's taken in at the 9. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Easy.
Again, they run with Hill. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they're through it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Hurry!
Hey, look, 3
Silent. 64. Weak.
Jim.
Hey, go here.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
Hey, 5-0.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm trying to collect.
5.
57. Mike 57.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey. Hey, Mike 7.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Now it's Stafford. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Switch.
Hey, Charlie.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Back to throw. It's complete to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mark that. 180.
I'm coming after you. Mike.
White.
Check 55. Mike.
Hey, easy.
Hey, check right. Watch 55. Here we go. Tighten up.
Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike's 54.
32. Swing, Delta.
Switch it. He's checking.
Omaha, ready, move.
Crash.
Back to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down, Lions.
He goes, set. 280.
Check. Watch 54. Watch
59.
I'm coming after you. Big gas. Alert 3.
Middle.
Hey, one set.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Intercepted, baby. All day.
Intercepted.
We go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the